show E4G Talks, an ICT initiative which promises to get inspiring speakers, stories, and brilliant speakers on board each episode. I am Shavinder Kaur, the brand head of this show, and we are currently showcasing the spirit of womanhood of our Choose to Challenge series. Well, breathing is the bridge which connects dentistry and one's overall health. The Tongue Tie and Sleep Institute focuses on providing a comprehensive, holistic, and multidisciplinary approach. Today on our show, we have Dr. Ankita Shah, who is a leading airway focused dentist and the director founder of Dentitions and the Tongue Tie and Sleep Institute. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hi, Shavi. Thank you for the warm welcome and warm introduction. It's a pleasure being here.
Great. We are really delighted to have you for the show. This is something very unusual we'll be hosting today. And before we start the conversation, I must compliment your smile. It's very beautiful.
Thank you. So, yeah, like I'm getting myself also treated because, my mom suffers from all these problems because of an incorrect bite and breathing. So, I thought, why not I treat myself because me and my mom have the same bite and I don't want to go through these problems later on at her age. So I'm just preventively doing my bite and just I think it starts right with me, right? If I am not treating myself, how am I telling others to treat themselves, right?
Absolutely. We must practice what we preach. So that's why not. And yes. So before we start our interesting conversation today, I want my viewers to get more acquainted to our guest today. Well, Dr. Ankita is also the only Indian ambassador to be trained by the renowned ENT and sleep surgeon, Dr. Soros Zagi. Dr. Ankita also believes that dentistry is not just about your smile, but your complete emotional, mental, and physical well-being. Chapter initiated by AMPD New York and the Breath Institute Los Angeles. She also believes that medicine has approached problems in the past and provide patients with a redefined experience to dentistry at practice. All right, so it's before we start the interesting conversation. Uh, One thing I must say that when you have a beautiful smile, you definitely have a very confident aura, and you rightly said it redefines your aura.
Yeah,
And
it does.
absolutely. So my first obvious question is, what exactly is the relationship between mouth, breathing, and sleep? While I was
Yeah.
reading about your bio, I read a lot of breathing, sleeping, and mouth. So I really want to know what is the correlation with that.
Yeah. So, like most of them feel that she's a dentist. What is she talking about breathing and sleeping? That is an ENT will only talk about it. But what we fail to realize, even we, through my journey, I also realized that this is such an important role that we are playing into breathing and sleeping, and we as dentists are really missing onto this. And I realized this as I understood that your nose is interrelated to your upper jaw, and there's a whole breathing area which connects from the nose down right up till the throat down into the lungs. Now that entire area falls right in front of your jaw, teeth and your tongue. So all these facial muscles, tongue muscles and your jaw and teeth position have a significant role on your breathing. Now, when we say that breathing or incorrect breathing doesn't mean like, you're panting or you just can't take a breath or anything like that. It also means simply keeping your lips apart, breathing through your mouth because of it. Or, a lot of people have audible breathing. You can hear some kind of breathing sounds. Or some people have snoring. Some people tend to lose breath at night also, which is called a sleep apnea. So now when all of this happens, it prevents you from going into the deep stages of sleep. You're still sleeping, but you're not going into the deep stages of sleep. So this is how your teeth connects to your breathing and breathing connects to your sleeping.
Well, that's a beautiful information that you are given to us. That breathing while you breathe it has so many other things which are related to it. I'm sure when we sleep, we are very unconscious about the things, you know. All right.
Right, right.
So how can someone make sure that they're not clenching their jaw while they sleep?
Right. So, a lot of people, a lot of patients say that, we are clenching our teeth and we are grinding our teeth. But we consider it normal कि हाँ, maybe because we are tired, ऐसे हो रहा है. मतलब we don't consider कि इसका कुछ problem होगा, No one feels that. But what exactly it is there's a big red flag that there is some obstruction to your breathing. So when you happen to clench, you end up bringing your lower jaw forward because it's a way to open up your breathing area. Your body is beautiful, right? We are meant to compensate, survival of the fittest. We want to breathe. We are going to do whatever is required to perform that action. So you get your lower jaw forward in these deep stages of sleep. And what happens is when you get the lower jaw forward, your muscles also strain. So just like a spasm, these muscles go into spasm and then you start clenching your teeth. So it's very important that your dentist starts evaluating your breathing and sleeping and your teeth and jaw position when we are actually complaining about all these problems.
Well, that's so beautiful. I've visited many dentists, but nobody has spoken about all this. So it's definitely very enlightening for our
Yeah,
viewers as well.
yeah.
So how can someone, we're talking about tongue tie and all. So how can someone know whether they have a tongue tie?
So it's a simple thing. Now, ideally, your entire tongue should be resting up like this. Okay? Even if your mouth is closed or your mouth is open, the tongue has to rest up. Now, when the tongue rests up, automatically your breathing area is sealed properly and there is a good breath of air which will go back. But if your tongue is not resting up and it's resting low, what will happen? The tongue still has to fit in this house. Okay, there is a limited house for that tongue. It will keep on falling back because it is not fitting into this house, because it's not resting where it's supposed to rest. And it's going to keep on obstructing your airway. So now how do we see that if you have a tongue tie or not? Some basic simple things which I can tell the viewers today is just simply open your mouth and stick your tongue behind your teeth without closing your mouth. And if you happen to see a little string over there, that means you should get yourself evaluated for a tongue tie. So if you close your mouth and then you don't see a string, that's not correct. So you just keep your mouth open and stick your tongue up. Yeah, that's how it
I'm enjoying the session. See, I'm practicing with you. So you have a guinea pig with today in the show.
we can make you do things now today.
Yes, yes. Well, so what all does it affect otherwise, apart from the sleep and breathing pattern?
Right. So tongue ties, no, have been there from many, many, many years. It's just that no one really understood that the tongue could play such a big role into so many different functions. So when it comes to infants or babies, these tongue ties interfere with breastfeeding. Okay, so many mothers complain of, pain while feeding. They have sore nipples, latching difficulties, maybe milk supply problems. So a lot of these things are interrelated to it. There's a very strong connection beneath that. Now, there is another thing where when it comes to children, now it is the toddler age when they are learning to speak. That is something that could get affected. Not all tongue tie patients have speech problems, but a lot of them have. Okay, they also are picky eaters, like they may eat slowly for long hours, एक side भर के रखते हैं खाना, or then they may gulp down food, spitting of food, because they don't know how to swallow, so वो अटक जाता है, and this is why they spit out food. Okay, so this is very commonly seen in them. You will also very commonly see them clenching or grinding their teeth, tossing and turning in bed. That means they're not sleeping well. They're not going into these deep stages of sleep. Then as the child grows up more and more, you start seeing that your jaw is not aligned or formed correctly. So if your jaw is not formed correctly, why? Because your tongue doesn't rest up. And this tongue, it may be surprising to know, can exert 500 grams of force. That's like आधा kilo force. Okay, so it's called as your natural palatal expander. Upper jaw, it nicely keeps it wide. So your jaw shape gets affected. So that teeth alignment gets affected then. Okay, a lot of patients when it comes to, I would say, 6, 7 year olds, you will start observing a lot of forward neck. आगे ऐसे slouching करके रहते हैं, so posture gets affected. They also have a lot of pronated feet, duck feet के जैसे चलते हैं, or they're walking on the tip of the feet or heel of the feet. Interestingly, the whole tongue to toe is connected. Okay, and that's how you see a lot of posture changes also. So these are commonly seen changes. Even in adults, we see the sleep, breathing, jaw shape problems. They have joint problems because of it. They also have postural problems because of it. So it just keeps on going on each age at a time, and we see all different signs throughout each age group. It's interesting. It's unknown, like tongue could connect to so many parts and how it's playing such an important role.
Dr. Ankita, thank you so much. I am an academician and I'm heading one of the army setup school. And it's such a good information that you've given. Most of my teachers sometimes come and say the child is not eating during the lunchtime, Now I know
Yeah.
what I can guide them, or
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
refer to you as well. That's really
Perfect.
that's really
Yeah.
nice that we must know why it is happening, why the
Yes,
child is
yes,
doing like that.
yes.
And our body, God has created, I don't know, a wonderful, a whole system. Every damn thing. I mean, for me, it's a news that tongue is so much connected with so
Right,
many other parts of
right,
body.
right, right, right.
Beautiful. I am really enjoying the conversation with you today.
Thank
So
you.
continuing with our chat, what are some sign of low quality sleep in children and adults now that we're talking about sleep patterns?
Right, right. So, what we see in children is they're often tossing and turning in bed. Like mothers would say, sleeps at one side, उठेगा तो दूसरी side रहता है, या, is in a bundle of clothes or blanket पूरा ऐसे रहता है. Lot of sweating, lot of bedwetting, or wants to urinate quite often. They're sleeping with their mouth open or with parted lips. These kids generally are very hyperactive and they are misdiagnosed as ADHD. मतलब like you think practically now as adults also, if we don't sleep well, what do? We are very irritated and very not in a great shape the next day. So these kids also do the same. They are very hyperactive. With adults we become sluggish. With kids they become very hyperactive, and they'll crave for a lot of sweet food or energy, instant energy kind of food. That is the food that they'll crave for. These are small common signs that you will see. There are also multiple other signs. Some kids also suck their thumbs while sleeping. So these are all, there are many, many, many such small signs that you will see. Obviously, we can see in more details later on. But like even with adults, I would say peculiar common signs that you're not sleeping well would be snoring, sleeping with your lips open, clenching or grinding of teeth, and when you wake up you always have a lot of neck tension, jaw pain, shoulder stiffness. ये सब pain बहुत रहता है. So these are common signs that your sleep is affected and there's something to do with your breathing, sleep and teeth.
All right. So you mean to say all that is, of course, the reason. So, all of us, everybody would like to have a good sound sleep, but still we feel very tired and fatigued. So
Right,
what is
right.
the reason behind it?
So now when we actually see, Shavi, कि none of us have ever paid attention कि how do we breathe. We don't think only of it, or we don't pay attention कि how do we sleep. Like even if you ask me, I never paid attention to these things before until I knew that, oh, this is how it is, or this is what is so important, and this is how we should be sleeping. So when I actually go and tell you today that start observing the way you breathe, that is when you actually notice what are you doing while breathing. Are you having your lips apart? And you won't believe 1 in 5 or 10 people have these problems. It's that common. Okay. And when you're sleeping, you always say that I'm sleeping like a log. I slept for 9 hours, I'm sleeping for 10 hours. But when you wake up, you're still unfresh. So that clearly indicates we are not falling into the deep stages of sleep. So irrespective, whenever you feel such things, you wake up with pains, clenching, jaw pain, you're not falling into deep stages, sleeping with your mouth open, snoring. These are times you should actually go visit an airway dentist and they should be examining your breathing, sleeping and teeth and tongue and all of it. And then we can come up to the root cause that why are you suffering from these problems?
All right, that's very informative. While we're talking about breathing and your posture, so how can somebody start? Now, let's talk about the tips. How can somebody, start practicing correct tongue posture and nasal breathing?
Right. So, we do some exercises called as myofunctional therapy, and this is also called as tongue therapy. So many celebrities in the West are already using it. I'm going to show your users some two fun exercises that they can practice at home. Okay. One is called as puffing air in your cheek. So you're going to do 5 counts to the right cheek, move it to the left cheek without opening your mouth, move that air to your upper lip, hold it for 5 counts, move that air to your lower lip, hold it for 5 counts. This not only helps you breathe, but we don't realize that it strengthens a lot of muscles inside your mouth, near the throat, and all of it. Simple exercise, but works so beautifully on all these muscles. Another fun exercise, this is for kids as well as for adults, that they could try is clicking their tongue like this. That's another fun exercise is like it helps with tongue positioning. It can help you correct the position of the tongue. And you will notice with two things also, if you do 2 minutes, both the exercises per day, you will notice a change in your breathing and posture and you will feel a change about it. And I'm going to tell you, you have to try it now for 2 minutes every day.
Great, it's wonderful. I'm sure tonight, if I do, maybe I'll not snore and my daughter will not push me away.
Yes.
That's really nice, and I'm going to definitely do with my children at school as well.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, they should be.
Dr. Ankita, I really thoroughly enjoyed the small tips that you gave, the interesting facts. So we are towards the end of the program. One last question that I would ask. Why should one pay attention to aligning teeth and jaw at the early age?
So when we see now, I see patients which are babies to children to adults, and when I'm seeing these adults suffering from all these problems later on, I just feel that these are so easily correctable when this child is growing. And this child growth which is there, or your growth and development, your brain development is completed by 6 years. Your jaw growth gets completed by 12 years. So to change all these things later is very difficult. It's not like it cannot be done, but it's quite difficult, and the procedures get intense at that time. So it's so much better that during the growth years, we can help the child have a better brain development, better functioning, better jaw growth. Why not work at that age and let them, live a peaceful life later on? Like they are not going to have these problems ever later on. So I highly recommend when I'm seeing these adults and teenagers coming to me, it's very sad to see them in this situation and the amount of pain that they suffer from. I just recommend every mother today. That's the only reason that I'm also treating myself. So I recommend every mother, please, please, please go and treat your children as early as possible. Even if you have these problems at adulthood, don't wait for these problems to worsen. It can affect your quality of life. You wouldn't believe, but sleep apnea has a lot of strain on your cardiac problems as well. A lot of sleep apnea patients have blood pressure problems, diabetes problems, and these all can be so easily resolved because it's that breath, right? It's in our tradition, yoga. Yoga teaches us breathing is life. So this is exactly what we need to follow. Basic things of our culture, and just if we follow this, I think we are sorted.
Wow, wonderful. Thoroughly enjoyed you explicitly explain all that what I wanted to know about this topic. Something, a sound sleep in the night and a happy smile in the morning will make a person lead a very healthy life altogether.
Right, right,
So,
right.
thank you once again, Dr. Ankita, for being a
It's
part of
fine.
this
It was
interesting
my
little.
absolute pleasure sharing this information with all your audience, and I just go feel like I can help as many people. I'm right there to help as many people as possible.
Thank you so much, and God bless for all your future endeavors. And you're doing a wonderful job in, making people so confident with their good smile and
Yes,
dentistry problems. Okay,
yes, yes.
great.
Thank
All
you,
the very
Shalima.
best, and wishing you all the wellness for the upcoming festivities.
Thank you. Wish you the same. Wish you a very happy Diwali and wishing you everyone in your family a very prosperous new year too.
Thank you so much. So if you wish to share inspiring stories, contact me at shavi@e4gtalks.com. I thank all our viewers to please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And do not forget to review and send your comment on today's show. For more interesting stories, please stay tuned. Till then, Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you.
E4G Talks is brought to you by ISECI, Indian Ex-Defence Service Employees Chamber of Commerce and Industries. Thanks to its vast veteran network and global and pan-India associates, ISECI can carry out various commerce facilitations and CSR projects across India and the world. Some of ISECI's core capability areas are Skill India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, Digital India, any ex-serviceman welfare or job program, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan related projects, telemedicine and healthcare training and job scheme, Save Water scheme, defence industry SME, MSME cluster and hub development, maritime training and inland water training with job facilitation, Canada study, job and permanent residency opportunity, e-commerce, Andaman and Nicobar commerce opportunities. ISECI's global reach includes countries like Indonesia, Slovakia, Canada, Nepal, Singapore, Rwanda, USA, UK. Above all, it is ISECI's effort to create a veterans brand made by the veterans, for the veterans and made up of the veterans. Every Indian's support is invaluable in this journey. ISECI is a registered society for ex-servicemen's welfare and envisions that every veteran should be a part of India's economic growth story. It is the aim of ISECI to create an enabling commerce platform that will empower and synergize the veterans' talent pool. This is possible only with the support of entrepreneurs, businesses and consultants from civil society. All proceeds, if any, are utilized for the welfare of ex-servicemen and for public charity.